How's it going, man?
It's all good. It's Saturday night, so it's pretty nice having a beer.
There you go. Me too.
Oh, great, great.
So you guys are in Sweden, where there's obviously a lot of great bands are from there. What do you think it is that kind of gives Sweden its signature sound?
I don't know, actually. It's like it's been a while since the punk scene started in Sweden. It's been since the 80s, I think, or maybe even earlier, like the 70s or something. But it all started with the anti-CMX and stuff like that.
Right.
And it all developed to, like, in the 90s, it was Skitsystem and the band on your shirt, Wolfpack and everything. So, but I have no clue why it sounds this way that it does, but we got this good stuff, some culture thing that we can go and rehearse for, like there are like equipment rooms with equipment, and kids can learn how to play and stuff like that. Maybe that's a reason why it sounds like it does, and people start to play.
So there's kind of like what you're saying is like community spaces where people can go and just use the instruments and stuff like that.
Yeah. But we changed government right now, so they don't like culture. Probably the money will go away from those kinds of culture things, like rehearsal rooms and stuff like that. I don't know the English word. Sorry, bear with me.
You're okay. Hey, your English is probably better than mine, and and that's the only language I can speak. So,
yeah.
How long has DSM-5 been together for?
We started off as a project. I think like the idea came in like 2020.
Oh, okay.
And we were pretty quick. So in the autumn of 2021, we were recording the first stuff, like Skäblaka D-Beat Volume 1 tape.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's pretty new, but we've been in other bands. Every band member have been in other bands for a long while. So.
Oh, okay. What other bands have you guys been in?
For me, I've been in Snake Tongue and touring drummer for Adrestia.
Oh, okay.
And some other stuff that is not that big or whatever, not releasing records and stuff like that. And the bass player / guitarist, Henrik, he has been in Chaos, Kris and Helvete.
Oh, okay.
Like chaos, cool. Crisis and hell. So, Swedish. And Matthias, the guitar player, he is in. He has been in Myteri, and nowadays he's in Axis of Despair. If you heard of that band, it's like an awesome drummer. His new band. So we've been around in the scene for a long time.
Right. Okay, that's cool. And like as far as I know, within the Swedish kind of underground music, it seems like the HM2 pedal is kind of a big factor in a lot of tones and sounds and stuff like that.
I guess it's come from the Stockholm scene, or the Entombed and Dismember stuff.
Right.
But that's not our cup of tea, though. We try to use some other pedals to create another sound. But HM2 has a big part in the Swedish scene
Yeah, definitely. How long have you guys been on the Anti-Cymex label for?
No, it's just the first record. Actually.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. So we sent him the material, and he loved it. So I want to release it, and it's a split release.
Okay.
Between Loner Cult Records in Belgium and CMX Records in Sweden. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of do they help with distribution, or do they also kind of help with shows and stuff like that? Or
no, it's more like distribution thing. It's like they sell from their web shop. It's totally DIY, I think we can call it. It's like no CMX Records got a online store, but Loner Carl doesn't have that. But some of the guys in Loner Carl camp is like a touring band, are members of touring bands, so they travel a lot. So probably they bring the distro and like, here's records.
Right.
Oh,
okay. And I seen you guys either had or have a show with Skit System. Did you guys already play that one, or is that one coming up?
Yeah, it's a coming up show. It's September, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna be real cool. I actually saw them with my friends in Wolf Brigade. They had a show in Stockholm this autumn in April or something. So
okay.
It was really awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to play with the Skitsystem as well now. So
yeah, those guys are probably one of my favorite bands of all time from that realm of music and stuff like that. So yeah, those guys are awesome. Have you guys
I really love
that previously?
No, we haven't. We've been around for like, I think we played live for a year now. So we haven't done that much shows yet. But in the previous band, I think I haven't shared stage with them before. So, but
okay.
This
and
seems to be nice.
You were saying, like some of the dudes from Wolf Brigade. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I know
cool.
The drummer. The drummer is an old-time friend of mine, and I know the guitarist Jocke. He's been doing the mix and the master for the LP.
Oh, okay.
And on the second cassette, Skäblaka D-Beat Volume 2, we also got a guest appearance from the vocalist Micke.
Oh, okay.
He's on the song Scars.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. Really, really nice guys.
Yeah. And what kind of, I know I guess I kind of asked this on my last one too, but I'm always kind of curious. What's kind of one of the first records that you listened to that kind of got you into this style of music? Oh, looks like you kind of froze over here. Can you hear me?
So we're back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like
I didn't hear the question. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I was just saying, I guess I'm asking this pretty often now. It seems like, because I'm always curious, what kind of got you into, like, what is a record that kind of got you into playing this kind of style of music?
Well, the first record, I think I was like 15 maybe, and it was not like a punk record, or kind of, it's a hardcore record. It's the Refused Songs to Fan the Flames of Discontent.
Oh, okay.
The white cover, and oh yeah. So that was the first record that made me curious about the punk scene and hardcore and stuff like that. And then I had a friend who's actually living in Texas now. He's a drummer of a band called Blood Letters.
Oh, okay.
In Dallas. So he was like teaching me of the D-Beat stuff around age 16, 17. And then I got some CMX records. I think it was like the Rape Ass 7-inch and Ondskans Ansikte by Skitsystem.
Oh, okay.
So that was the start for me in the D-Beat business. So yeah. It's really cool records, and I still love them.
Yeah, I still actually like Refused to this day. I think it's I watched some kind of documentary about them, and it was kind of saying whenever they went from kind of more of the hardcore style kind of into that, I can't remember what the album's called. It was like the newer one. I guess it's not new anymore, obviously, but what was it called? A Shape of Punk to Come, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
I guess they kind of wrote that record, from what I heard, as kind of like a fuck you to like the typical hardcore scene, to kind of make a point or whatever. Because they said there was always like the hardcore guys coming to their shows in like America whenever they played here, and they were just kind of like over that whole thing or whatever. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's that record is really cool. I wanted a record when I was in that age back in the time. I wanted a record like the ones before, the one songs to fan the flames of discontent in the same sense. But
right,
I had The Shape of Punk to Come, and I was like, it's good, but there's some strange things in it. But
yeah,
by the time went by, I started to like, damn, this is cool stuff. It's like, yeah, it's timeless.
right. Yeah, it's totally different than their older stuff, but it's still, I guess, definitely stood the test of time today. It's still listenable.
Yeah, sure. It's one of the best records I have. So
yeah. And what kind of stuff do you guys have planned for the future? Are you doing more recording or playing more shows or going on the
sorry,
road?
I didn't. It froze again.
Oh, that's okay. I was just saying, what kind of stuff do you guys have planned for the future for DSM-5?
So now we see. I didn't hear the question because it was freeze.
Oh, okay. No problem. What kind of stuff do you guys have planned for the future?
Well, it's doing all the shows now. And we actually have, it's pretty strange because we got like 33 recorded songs.
Oh, okay.
So they needs to come out in different forms. We got a split CD going on with a Japanese band, translated like Lawful Violence or something.
Mm-hmm.
This fall, and we got material for another full-length album.
Uh-huh.
And we are going to start in like 2 weeks to record the third album.
Oh, okay.
So since our guitarist is what do you say, sound engineer, he got like a studio stuff in the rehearsal room, so we can record like all the time. So right. It's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go there and do some drums. So we'll see.
That's cool. So do you guys do you record everything yourselves and then send it off to get mixed and mastered?
Yeah, is that no mix is we started before we used Jocke from Wolf Brigade to mix and master, but Matthias wanted the guitarist wanted to try, and he did it really good. So now Jocke is only mastering the stuff. Oh,
okay, that's cool.
So we got control over the whole thing by ourselves. So that's really great, actually.
Yeah, definitely saves on time and money and everything. So that's great. And you guys have, you said, almost like 30 unreleased songs right now?
Yeah, 33.
Okay.
We need to count the LP away from those 33. And I think it's like half left then. It's like, we got like, how many was it on the LP? I don't remember. But maybe 15 on the LP.
Mm-hmm.
So we got like 18 records, songs unreleased. So.
Oh, wow. Okay. Are you guys planning on releasing those like separately, or are you going to do all one thing, or?
No, we some of the stuff is for the LP, the second LP. And like I said, like with the split, it's like 5 songs for that. And yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's covered. Everything is covered by that, like LP and a split CD. So.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And we're going to record new stuff as well. So we'll see where we're going.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite current bands that are around your area?
Around my area, I must say Varoitus.
Mm-hmm.
Varoitus is like Finnish, but it's a Swedish. It's a Swedish band. They come from a city close from here. They're really good. It's like Finnish hardcore from Sweden. You need to check it out.
Yeah.
And we got if we go a little bit more far away, we got Socialstyrelsen. If you ever heard of them. We actually had the vocalist on a guest appearance on the LP as well. So she's really good. And
what were they called again? I'm sorry.
It's Swedish. So Socialstyrelsen.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me look here. I think I'm actually I can't pronounce it, of course.
Yeah, I can
Is
imagine it.
it this band here? Because I'm actually doing an interview with them. Is it this one? I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, that's them.
Okay. Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah,
Um,
they're awesome.
uh,
We have been doing like maybe one show, but the thing is, me and the bass player lives here in our area of the country, and the guitarist lives in Värmland.
mhm.
That's like 2 hours from here.
Oh
And
wow.
Socialstyrelsen also comes from Värmland. So we have done some shows together and stuff like that. So
Oh,
it's pretty,
okay.
yeah.
That's cool.
Otherwise, we got Idioticon from Stockholm.
Uh-huh.
Idiot Icon. I don't know. That's a really good band. What do you got more? It's like, but it's, we got tons of great bands, like Fredagen den 13th, for
Mhm.
example. Yeah, I can M40. There's another
Mhm.
band. Illvilja. Um, what do you got more? Yeah,
Yeah, I've been
there's tons of bands. It's a big scene in Sweden. It's a lot of bands. A lot of bands.
oh yeah. Yeah, I've
So
been actually having to because I have a couple more interviews set up with other Swedish bands, and I've had to have some of them actually send me like an audio pronunciation of the band name because I can't pronounce
yeah,
it.
yeah. Some. Yeah, I mean, with DSM-5 is pretty good because you can say it in like Swedish and English, and it sounds pretty similar. So, but
Is that named after like the mental health book or whatever
yeah,
it is? It is. Okay.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. Yeah,
We
that's a
all we all got some history with that in the band. So we
yeah.
got some age ADHD and ADD and autism and stuff like that. Every guy in DSM-5 is kind of special. So we're like, oh, this is us. This
Yeah.
feels this is our
Right.
area.
Yeah, I can I can certainly relate with all that there. So
Yeah, yeah.
and so you said you guys have planned on releasing the stuff that you have recorded that's unreleased. Like when do you guys plan on releasing that? Are you still kind of figuring it out?
Yeah, we're kind of figuring out still. Hopefully next year,
Okay.
for the second LP, but you never know. I need to talk to some labels and stuff like that, and I will see how it
Yeah.
works. So
And now you play drums and do the lead vocals, right?
yeah, yeah.
How did that kind of start? Because I know that I've obviously heard bands that have had somebody that's played drums and done lead vocals, but you don't see it as often as, just a standalone vocalist or a guitar player that does vocals. How did that kind of start for you?
Well, well, in the 90s, I was in the hardcore punk business as well. So I was in bands, but I actually played with a drummer from Wolf Brigade,
Mm-hmm.
but I was singing.
Oh, okay.
In the bands, so there was no like spot for me to drum. So I
Right.
was singing instead. And the time went by, and then I started to play punk again in like 2016, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I've been away with like other genres and stuff like that, so I started to play D-beat for real. I never did that before because I always had good D-beat drummers. So I
Yeah.
was just doing the vocals then. So but then I met Henrik, and we like started to form the band / project from the beginning. And we didn't think about it that much because it was like, yeah, you can do the vocals and do the drums. Yeah, I can do it. And
Mm-hmm.
then we didn't plan to play it live at all.
Yeah.
So it was like, but this sounds pretty good. So we have to do it live. And you need to sing and play drums. So I had to learn it.
Was that
But
kind of an adjustment, learning to play the drums and do the vocals?
yeah, it was an adventure
Yeah.
because I always, when I play D-beat, I always crash,
Uh-huh.
and then you often have the mic coming in from here.
Right.
So I sat like this playing, and that didn't work out at all. So I had to change to like a headset.
Yeah.
So we try to find a way to sound good live now. So I need to buy. I tried like 2 headsets, because when you have a headset, it's a problem because it's leaking the sounds from the drums up to the mic here.
Right.
So we tried to solve that to make it a good live performance. So
now, did you first start playing drums, or did you first start doing vocals and then play drums? Which one did you kind of do first, I guess?
I wanted to play drums, but I started with vocals. So I started in a hardcore band when I was like, 15, 16 or something, and do vocals until like when I was maybe 19 years old or something. And then I started to play in like more US hardcore old school band, more like a Black Flag kind of stuff. And then I started to play drums. So, but then I went off to other adventures in life with other genres and stuff like that, and went back in 2016 to the drums.
Okay. What kind of other genres do you listen to and have you played?
I have played like doom, sludge, stoner rock, or like psychobilly, stuff like that, like or like progressive rock. Tried to like Mars Volta stuff like that. So
okay.
So
that's cool.
More technical. It's like, what do you say, odd time signature,
right?
From drums and stuff like that. So, but I came back. I couldn't stay away from punk. So,
yeah, that's kind of the same thing. I guess I did for a while. I started off in like the earlier 2000s playing more like metalcore, hardcore, or like metallic hardcore, and then got into playing in like other bands over time. I guess it was kind of just to fill the void of not playing anything for a while, and then got right back into it basically.
It's like I listen to a lot of music. Sometimes I listen to like Latin flavored stuff like merengue and bossa nova and stuff like that, just to clear my mind and get new thoughts about how to drum on stuff. But maybe not cleanse the drum of the D beat, but it's, for me as a drummer, it's like fun to play around with that. So
yeah, exactly. And it's also, I mean, as much as I like aggressive underground music, it's always kind of nice to take a step away from it, kind of clear everything that you every preconceived thing that you have in your head, and kind of get back to it with a clear head. So I know exactly what you're talking about there. What do you do for work?
I work with like spare parts on a heating plant. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I order spare parts and give them out to the mechanics from the warehouse and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. How long have you been doing that for?
Maybe 7 or 8 years, I think. But I've been at a warehouse almost all my grown life.
Okay.
I know the stuff of logistics. So. Right.
Let's see. Actually, this is kind of funny. My aunt just texted me because I told her I was doing a interview with the Swedish band, and she said, she's goofy. She said, ask your Swedish guy who he's got in the US WNT versus Sweden matchup.
Is it this soccer game?
Yeah, I guess the football, soccer, whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm not into that much.
Okay.
I haven't been following it actually, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, understandable.
But I think United States is the world champion of the football, right?
To be honest, I'm not 100% sure.
Not me either, actually.
Yeah. So, I know you said you've done some other bands previously where you had done just vocals. Has there been other bands that you played in that you just played drums in?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all the hardcore punk I've been doing so far has been on drums. So in Adresti, I was live drummer, and in Snake Tongue, I was only doing drums.
Okay.
Vocals was only back in the 90s I did. So
okay,
drums all the time.
Adrestia, I don't know if I pronounced it right. Sorry if I didn't. Is that the band that has, I know this is going to be a very bland description here because I'm not good at describing things. Is that the one that has it's like a darker colored cover on it and it has like a person or something on it?
Yeah. That's the band.
So kind of like...
I haven't played on any of their records. I think they released like 5 now or 4 or something. And they also released one with old Anti-Cimex drummer / Wolfpack. No, not drummer, vocalist, Thomas Jonsson. The vocalist from Anti-Cimex and from Wolfpack.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it would be the same band then. Like I said, I have a horrible time pronouncing like most of the bands that I listen to.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Now, this is kind of a weird question, I guess, but this may be almost ignorant because I just don't know things from other cultures as well as I guess I should. Does everybody over in Sweden also speak English and other languages, or do only some people know English?
I think the English is pretty spread in Swedish because we learn English in school.
Okay.
So it's like it kind of gets like a second language to learn English.
Mm-hmm.
And we got other like French or German or stuff like that as well, and Spanish. But I think English is on the main stuff to learn.
Okay.
In school. So it's an important language for Swedes.
Okay. So like, does a lot of other people know how to speak French there as well?
No, and not a lot, maybe, but more people speaking English over here, actually. But you learn it in school if you want to. You can make a choice between like a couple of languages.
Oh, okay.
But English is, you have to learn English anyway, but the other languages you got a choice to learn if you want.
Okay. And like as far as going to shows and stuff like that, what's probably either your favorite show that you've went to or your favorite band that you've gotten to see live?
I got so many bands, but the one I come up with is my friends in this band, Implore.
Okay.
More like kind of grindcore band, and they are really good live.
Yeah.
But they're breaking up.
Oh, no.
So I wear this t-shirt in sadness.
Yeah.
They're doing like a last tour now this fall. So I'm going to go and see them for the last time. They are based in, Austria.
Austria. Okay.
And some of them are based in Austria and some of them are based in Germany. But they're so awesome. You need to check them out. Actually, it's a great band. And they've been playing for like 10 years. Really?
Okay.
And released like 3 or 4 albums and 1 or 2 7-inches.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's cool.
I really love them. Otherwise, it's like the band that I mentioned that is really good live is Idiotikon.
Mm-hmm.
That is really good. And of course, we got Sex Dwarf. Have you heard that band? Noise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
With all the Protesbänkt vocalists.
Yeah.
They are really, really good live as well. We actually had them. This is Skärblacka, where I live. It's like a small community with like 4,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually put up a show here. So we invited Sexworth to come and play here, and they live in Stockholm. So, and we actually had, there was some American tourists that was Googling like D-beat shows or something and tried to track down Sexworth, and they were like, oh, they're going to play in Skärblacka. We want to go there too.
Yeah.
It's Adam from North Carolina. If you see this, hello. He's a really nice guy. So they actually came here. They took the train from Stockholm down to Norrköping, which is the closest city, and then take a bus out here in the in the wild.
How far is Stockholm from where you're at?
It's like 2 hours.
Like 2 hours. Okay, that's not too bad.
It's not too bad. It's like if it comes a band that is good, you can go there, back home, and go there and back home in like a day. It's
Yeah.
it's not that exhausting to go on shows over there. So sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
Yeah, and I hear that it's kind of random, I guess, but I hear that the cost of living in Sweden is pretty high. Is that true?
Yeah, it's start to get pretty high, especially in like the bigger cities. It's like this when you buy like a apartment or a flat, it's really expensive in Stockholm, for example. So
yeah,
really bad, and the food starts to get really expensive as well. So electricity also is really expensive. So
yeah.
So nowadays it's not that good anymore.
Right. I understand. And it's like I kind of was looking this up to figure out what our time difference was whenever we were setting this up. It seemed like does the weather change periodically whenever the seasons go, or do you guys get a pretty constant temperature or weather there?
No, it's like we got 4 seasons here.
Okay.
So it's like summer, fall, winter, autumn. And you can see it's here is like almost 9 p.m. now. And you can see me, it's pretty, what do you say? It's light outside.
Oh, that's actually coming from a window?
Yeah, that's the light from the window.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So in the summertime, the sun goes down pretty late.
Yeah.
So, but in the wintertime, it goes down pretty early.
Yeah.
So it's like 4 p.m. or something, and then it's dark.
Okay.
So, and it comes up like maybe 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. And so it's like that window. You have to go out and get some fresh air and sunshine if you're lucky.
Right. And now you were saying the guitar player from DSM-5, he lives an hour or two away from you. Is that right?
Yeah. In Kristinehamn, the city where like bands like Misconduct come from. If you heard of that, it's more punk rock, and Anatomy 71. And of course, Avskum comes from there as well.
Oh, okay.
So you heard that? Probably did. They're going on tour in the US now in the fall.
Yeah, I seen that. They just came out with another record, I believe, didn't they?
Yeah. It's really good stuff. And of course we got the Burst. It's more like metal, kind of experimental metal, like Mastodon kind of stuff. It's a really good band. They're really good musicians in that band.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I just like I said on the other one there, I haven't upgraded yet on the Zoom thing, so I'll have to do that eventually. It looks like we got about 6 minutes left. Is there anything that you want to kind of plug and let people know about that's coming up?
Yeah, I want to mention that our LP is available at Sorry State Records in the United States right now. So if you're interested, just go there. And if you want to listen on it first, you can go to CMX Records or like Lone Occult Records. They are band camps, and check it out. And instead of like buying it and get freight costs that are kind of expensive, so it's easier buying it in America, like from Sorry State.
Okay. And is this something that are you talking about like a physical store, or is this somewhere that will actually ship them out to other states?
Yeah, I think it's a physical store in North Carolina somewhere. I think it's like, I can't pronounce the name of the city though.
That's okay.
They got a online store as well.
Okay.
So they ship out in United States. So.
Okay, cool. And then you guys also have your T-shirts and stuff like that up on Bandcamp, because I just got one the other day. So
yeah. We got stuff on our Bandcamp, and we always sometimes we run out of T-shirts, so we print new ones, but with new designs. So we update it all the time when when one design is sold out, we try to print new and put it up all the time. I'm trying to be active on Bandcamp, so to speak. So
right, totally understandable. And as far as your guys' next stuff that you have coming out at some point, I know you said you had some other songs recorded. Is there going to be a progression in the style, or are you guys kind of sticking to what you've already done so far?
It's going to be a progression, actually. It's like we want to be in the DB atmosphere from the 90s, but bring new elements. But so the material for the second album will be more hardcore kind of, but still D-beat and still my voice and still the feeling of the first one. But the one that we did a pre-recording session with is going to be really hard and really fast and really dark and a lot of riffs and really chaotic. So, but that's the third album. So,
okay.
First up is the more hardcore kind of vibe to it. So,
okay. So kind of going on the next one, more hardcore with D-beat elements. And then the next one, you said a little bit darker.
Yeah, a little bit darker and a little bit faster. It's like I haven't been playing that fast. So, right. And a lot of riffing.
Yeah.
The Japanese or the Japan core kind of stuff where they do a lot. I can't say it in English.
That's okay.
So it's going to be a lot faster and a lot, but we'll see. What we like to be like traveling between everything. So what we like. So we'll see what turn out. But
right. Okay. It looks like we got about 2.5 minutes left. Just one more question. As far as your guys' writing process, is it kind of where somebody comes to practice or comes to the table, so to speak, with a riff and you guys kind of go from there? Or does somebody write something, program some drums on the computer and then you learn it? Or how does that kind of work?
Well, from now on, we could say all these 33 songs I mentioned before is like the bass player or the guitarist is like doing some recording on the computer with digital drums and stuff like that. And then we record from there because we felt satisfied all the time. Like, oh, this is good. We don't have to do something about it. It's like felt good. So, but from the super new stuff,
right.
It's all of us coming together because we're living so far away, and but we actually took some time to meet each other and do a real rehearsal instead of rehearsing the set list for a live show, which we do almost every time we see each other since we live far away. So we all put our energy to it and like, we can do like this, blah, blah, blah. And so.
Right. Okay. And like, how often do you guys get to practice? Because I know you guys live pretty far away.
Yeah, it's before our live shows, all three of us. So, but the bass player and me, we live close to each other. It's like 50 meters from our houses. So we can, let's go down and just run through the set list. So.
Right. Okay, cool. Well, it looks like we're about out of time here. It was a pleasure talking to you today. Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah. Thanks for the interview. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Yeah. Everybody definitely go check out DSM-5. And other than that, I'll put all your stuff in the below here. So.
Awesome.
All right, man. All right. Well, cheers. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend there.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Take care. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.